Archangel Michael says, a shocking letter about your inheritance is being delivered, and the person who sent it isn't alive anymore. Open this within 3 minutes. My beloved child, before this moment ends, I need you to listen with your full attention because something has already begun moving toward your life. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. A letter has started its journey, but this is not an ordinary message written with ink alone. It carries words that were never meant to disappear with time. It speaks of an inheritance that has remained hidden behind silence, unanswered questions, and doors that seemed permanently closed. The most astonishing part is not what the letter contains, it is who arranged for it to reach you. Long before today, someone made a decision that would only be understood when the perfect moment arrived. Many believed their story ended years ago, yet their final intention continued moving quietly through unseen paths. While others forgot, that promise never faded. Every delay, every unexpected turn, every strange coincidence has quietly guided this very moment closer to you. What you are about to discover is connected to a truth that refused to stay buried. Do not look away now, because the next moments will reveal why everything around you has felt different lately. There is another detail that almost no one could have imagined. The sender of this letter is no longer among the living, yet their final wish continued beyond the limits of ordinary time. They knew there would come a day when you would finally be ready to understand what had always belonged in your path. This was never about wealth alone. It was about a forgotten legacy, a hidden responsibility, and a truth carefully protected until now. For years, invisible pieces have quietly fallen into place without you realizing it. Certain opportunities vanished because they were never truly yours. Certain delays protected you from making choices that would have taken you far away from what was waiting. Don't skip. Every unexpected event has been preparing the ground for what is approaching now. Somewhere, a sealed envelope carries more than paper. It carries answers that generations failed to uncover, and every passing second brings it closer to the moment when everything finally begins to make sense. Now listen carefully, because the greatest surprise has not yet been revealed. The letter does not simply tell you about an inheritance, it explains why your name was chosen when countless others expected something entirely different. Hidden inside are details that connect forgotten memories, unanswered dreams, and moments you once believed had no meaning at all. Stay till the end, because the final revelation is closer than you think. The truth has been waiting patiently, and once it reaches you, ordinary days will never feel the same again. There is one sentence inside that letter capable of changing the way you understand your own story forever. Even now, as these words reach you, the final pieces continue moving into place, and what happens next will make everything that came before feel like only the beginning. A quiet feeling has been surrounding you for longer than you realize. It appeared in ordinary moments, in unexpected thoughts, and in those brief seconds when everything suddenly became silent for no clear reason. Those moments were never empty. They were preparing your attention for what was coming next. Don't skip. Something huge is waiting for you. The letter has not been forgotten, delayed, or misplaced. Every step of its journey has unfolded exactly when it needed to. What makes this impossible to ignore is that the closer it comes, the more pieces of your past begin fitting together. Small details you once dismissed now seem connected, as if they were quietly pointing toward a destination that has existed all along. You are closer to the answer than you have ever been before. There is another page inside that letter, and almost no one would expect what it contains. It does not begin with numbers or possessions. Instead, it begins with a personal message written for the one who would eventually read it. Every sentence feels strangely familiar, almost as though the writer understood questions you have never spoken aloud. Stay till the end. The message explains that the inheritance was never only something to receive, it was something to understand. Hidden within it is the reason certain opportunities disappeared from your life while others arrived without explanation. What once looked like disappointment slowly becomes evidence that another path had been quietly unfolding beyond your sight. As each line is revealed, an even greater mystery begins to rise, one that reaches far beyond the envelope itself. The final page ends with a single instruction that changes everything. It hints that the letter is only the beginning and that another discovery has already been set in motion. Don't skip. Something huge is waiting for you. The inheritance points toward an object that has remained unnoticed for years, protected until the exact moment it could finally be recognized. No one expected it to matter, yet it may become the key to understanding the entire story. As the truth draws closer, one question remains unanswered. Why was this secret hidden for so long, and what will be revealed when the final piece is uncovered? That answer is waiting just ahead, and it is far more surprising than anyone could imagine. Everything changes the moment attention shifts from the letter itself to the place it keeps mentioning. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The words begin pointing toward a location that seemed ordinary for years, yet every sentence suggests it has quietly protected a forgotten truth. The writer explains that the inheritance was never meant to be discovered by chance. It could only appear when the right moment arrived and when the person reading the letter had gathered enough wisdom to understand its meaning. Suddenly, memories that once felt unrelated begin connecting like pieces of a hidden map. Familiar places no longer seem ordinary. Every overlooked detail starts carrying a purpose that was impossible to notice before. Then another astonishing revelation appears. Folded inside the final pages is a smaller note, written with remarkable care, containing only a few sentences. Those sentences reveal that someone else once searched for the same inheritance but walked away before uncovering the complete truth. They saw only fragments and believed the story had ended there. What they never realized was that the most valuable part had been intentionally left hidden, waiting for someone who would continue instead of giving up. Don't skip. The note makes it clear that the greatest reward is not simply receiving something, it is discovering why it remained protected for so long. Every unanswered question from the beginning now feels as though it has been leading toward one unforgettable moment that is still ahead. Now the atmosphere becomes even more intense. Stay till the end, because the next revelation changes everything you thought you understood. The final lines hint that another sealed message exists, completely separate from the first letter, and it cannot be understood until every clue from the original has been accepted. The writer ends with a promise that echoes long after the page is finished. When the second message is finally revealed, your understanding of your own journey will never be the same. The envelope may have completed its journey, but the real story has only just begun, and the greatest surprise has been carefully waiting beyond the final page, ready to reveal itself when the time is exactly right. Nothing could have prepared you for what happens after the second message is mentioned. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The letter explains that every discovery so far has only unlocked the first layer of a much larger mystery. Hidden behind the story of the inheritance is a record that was never intended for the public to see. It contains names, dates, and decisions that completely change the meaning of everything revealed before. The writer makes one thing perfectly clear: the greatest treasure is not what can be held in your hands, but the truth that has survived every passing year. As each sentence unfolds, the feeling grows stronger that someone planned this entire journey long before anyone realized it had even begun. Another page reveals an unexpected detail that turns the mystery in a completely different direction. The inheritance was protected by a simple condition that almost everyone overlooked. It was never about finding the letter first. It was about understanding its purpose. Those who searched only for rewards always walked away with empty hands because they ignored the deeper message hidden between the lines. Stay till the end. Every clue points toward a final discovery that has remained untouched because no one asked the right questions. Suddenly, ordinary memories begin to feel extraordinary, and forgotten moments appear connected in ways that seem almost impossible. The closer the story comes to its conclusion, the more obvious it becomes that every delay served a reason. Now the final words on this page leave one unforgettable promise. Don't skip. Something huge is waiting for you. The writer reveals that the last piece of the inheritance has never been inside the envelope at all. It has been waiting somewhere completely unexpected, ready to be recognized only after the entire story is understood. The next revelation will explain why this secret remained hidden for so long and why its true value could never be measured by money alone. The journey that began with one mysterious letter is about to reach its most astonishing moment, and what comes next will connect every clue into a single truth that no one saw coming. For one final moment, everything becomes completely silent. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The last clue does not point toward another document or another hidden location. Instead, it reveals that the true inheritance has always been connected to a decision that only one person could make. Every unexpected delay, every unanswered question, and every strange coincidence has quietly prepared this exact moment. The writer explains that the greatest discoveries never arrive all at once. They unfold step by step so their meaning cannot be misunderstood. Suddenly, every mystery from the beginning starts fitting together with remarkable clarity, and the purpose behind the letter becomes impossible to ignore. Then the final sealed page is opened. The words are simple, yet they carry extraordinary weight. They explain that the inheritance was protected because it represented more than a possession, it represented a legacy meant to inspire hope long after the original sender's journey had ended. Stay till the end. The message reminds you that some gifts cannot be measured by their appearance because their greatest value is the truth they reveal. Every earlier clue now makes perfect sense. The forgotten places, the mysterious timing, and the carefully hidden details were never random. They were pieces of one carefully arranged story leading toward this unforgettable revelation. As the final sentence is read, one last surprise remains. Don't skip. Something huge is waiting for you. The writer closes with a promise that echoes beyond the letter itself. Every ending creates the beginning of another journey. The inheritance has reached its destination, but its real purpose starts only after the truth has been understood. The mystery that began with an impossible letter has become a reminder that some stories continue far beyond the people who first began them. And just when it feels as though every secret has finally been revealed, one quiet sentence suggests that another chapter has already started, one that no one expected, and one that will change everything once again. The story does not end with the final sentence of the letter. It ends with the realization that every unanswered question has led to this single moment. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The truth has finally revealed itself, not as a sudden surprise, but as a journey that has been unfolding quietly all along. The inheritance was never defined by its material value. Its greatest purpose was to preserve a promise that refused to disappear, even after the one who made it was gone. Every coincidence, every delay, and every unexpected turn became part of a path that brought the hidden story into the light exactly when it was meant to be understood. Now the final message becomes clear. The writer wanted the reader to realize that the greatest legacies are not built on possessions alone. They are built on courage, wisdom, and the willingness to carry forward what others believed would be forgotten forever. Don't skip. The mysterious letter has fulfilled its purpose, but its meaning continues long after the envelope has been opened. Every clue has found its place. Every mystery has found its answer. What once looked impossible now feels like the missing piece of a much larger picture that had been patiently waiting to be completed. As everything settles into silence, one final thought remains. Stay till the end, because this is the moment where the entire journey comes together. The shocking letter, the hidden inheritance, and the unforgettable sender were never separate mysteries, they were chapters of one remarkable story connected by a promise that outlived time itself. The truth has finally reached the person it was always meant to reach, and with that, a new chapter quietly begins. Some stories are remembered because they are extraordinary. Others are remembered because they remind us that hope, purpose, and truth can continue their journey long after the last letter has been written. Just when it seemed every mystery had been solved, one final discovery quietly emerged. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Tucked inside the envelope was a tiny folded card that almost escaped notice. Unlike the other pages, it carried no explanation, only a single line: the real inheritance begins after the truth is accepted. Those words changed everything. Suddenly, the entire journey felt different. The letter was never asking you to look backward with regret. It was inviting you to step forward with understanding. Every unanswered question had become a doorway leading to a future that had been patiently waiting for its rightful moment. The deeper meaning now comes into focus. The sender did not want to be remembered for what they left behind, but for what they inspired. Their greatest wish was that the person reading those pages would recognize opportunities hidden inside ordinary days. Don't skip. Something huge is waiting for you. The inheritance was a reminder that some of life's greatest gifts arrive quietly, without celebration or announcement. They appear through unexpected timing, meaningful encounters, and moments that seem ordinary until everything finally connects. The more you reflect on the letter, the more it feels as though every chapter of your own story has been preparing you to understand this one message. As the final page is carefully folded away, the journey reaches a peaceful conclusion. Stay till the end. The mystery of the letter has been solved, yet its message continues far beyond the envelope itself. What was once hidden has been revealed. What was once uncertain has found clarity. And the promise that traveled across time has finally reached the one it was always meant to find. The letter's journey is complete, but the story it awakened will continue to unfold with every new step taken from this moment forward. A quiet peace settles in after everything has been revealed, yet one final realization remains. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Looking back, it becomes clear that the mysterious letter was never trying to surprise you with its ending alone. It was inviting you to see your own journey differently. Every delay that once felt frustrating, every closed door that once seemed unfair, and every unexpected turn now appears as part of a much greater design. The inheritance was never simply about receiving something, it was about discovering a truth that could not be understood until the right moment arrived. The final message carries a timeless reminder. Some legacies are written on paper, while others are written into the lives they continue to influence. The sender understood that their voice would one day fall silent, but their hope would continue through the choices made by the one who received this extraordinary letter. Don't skip. Something huge is waiting for you. That is why the envelope traveled through time without losing its purpose. It carried more than words. It carried trust, remembrance, and the belief that one person could keep an important story alive simply by understanding it. As this remarkable journey reaches its final scene, the mystery no longer asks for answers. It leaves behind a lasting thought. Stay till the end. Some stories end with a signature, but this one ends with a beginning. The hidden inheritance has found its rightful destination, the forgotten promise has finally been fulfilled, and the letter has completed the mission it carried for so long. Long after the envelope is set aside, its message continues to echo. The greatest treasures are not always the ones we hold in our hands, but the truths that quietly transform the way we see our own path forever. One last question remains, and it is the one the letter wanted you to ask all along. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. If this message traveled through so many years without losing its purpose, then perhaps its greatest achievement was never the inheritance itself. Perhaps it was the moment when someone finally understood why it had been protected with such care. Every page, every hidden clue, and every unexpected revelation now points toward a single truth. Some promises are so important that they patiently wait until the right heart is ready to receive them. What once seemed like an impossible mystery has become a story of patience, purpose, and hope. As you reflect on everything that has been uncovered, the entire journey begins to shine with a different meaning. The sender did not leave behind confusion. They left behind direction. They believed that one day the letter would reach exactly the person it was intended for, at exactly the moment it would matter most. Don't skip. Something huge is waiting for you. That final realization changes everything. The inheritance was never simply about what was handed down. It was about what would continue from this point forward. The greatest legacy is not something that ends with a document, it is something that lives through every decision inspired by the truth it revealed. Now the story closes with quiet certainty. Stay till the end. The mysterious letter has completed its remarkable journey, the hidden inheritance has fulfilled its purpose, and every unanswered question has found its place. What began as an unbelievable message became a reminder that hope can outlast time, promises can survive silence, and truth can patiently wait until its perfect moment arrives. As the final words settle into your heart, one thing becomes unmistakably clear. The greatest chapter was never hidden inside the envelope, It begins with everything you choose to do after its message has finally been understood.